Hello everyone, welcome to ILR Division 7 here, PS4 tier, Season 6, Round 17, the Japanese Grand Prix. I am your commentator for today. I'm Jamie2905 from PSL. You may recognise who I am, but if you don't, that's okay, I am new. It's my first race commentating over this division. And hopefully these guys give us a good race. I have not raced against most of these guys, so it's delving into a new experience, seeing these guys' names and stuff pop up. And oh, and that's one car on the wall already, and that barrier's nearly tipped over. And that's an Alfa Romeo, that is star 1000. Give me some time to just learn some of these people's names. And also, kind of the first lap set here by Philip Hodgson. I'm going to call him Phil. I don't know what the other commentator commentates over this division calls him. Got who it is somehow. As we have another driver retiring from the session, and Kyle goes on pole. He's on a medium compound tyre. Speaking of which, I need to get the tyre graphic up. So we only have 2 times set so far. In fact, make that free because Risky Racers crashed and we got Saline Will second time, and Garnerman has gone on pole at 29.4. What I've seen from this division is, I know that Speed Center is one of the quicker drivers, and okay, I've raced against him before in another league, so yeah, that's why I know who he is. So 6 drivers second time so far. One's got wing damage, and one of the guys, kind of Leander, has left the session. So it looks like we won't be seeing any of him for this race. There's on a lap. That's the second one yet. Rude Gold, he pulls into the pits. Dan's car on a set of hard tyres, so his time won't be as competitive against other people's times. Seems like to me they ain't really his best lap, even on a hard set. It seems like he's taking some weird lines with some of the exits to the corners, especially the spoon corner. Comes through 130R. Flat out. As Dan's car comes to the line here, what is he going to do? He's going to do a 35.6, and it's in fact invalid, so it doesn't count, of course. Who else is on a lap? I don't think anyone's on a lap. It's great. Just going to have to watch someone on their out lap for now. Just cannot change the camera angle of that person for some reason. Oh, there we go. So this is OKK, he's in the Alfa Romeo, of course. On the run up to the hairpin here, Kamiko will be Ashy corner, as I like to call it. It's like any other hairpin, really. Instead, you've got the gear exit just right, because you can't catch her out. There's got 11 minutes left in the session here. Could be more for the drivers, sometimes it does display more time for the drivers. Warming up, so it's now coming down. We'll run up to 130R. We've actually got a driver on a lap as Wetland. He seems to be struggling a bit though, so we're going to go back to a KK, I think. So as he comes around the last corner now to start his lap, there's some yellow flags in sector 1, and oh, that's why there's a Red Bull crashed at Dunlop curve. As Okeke comes through turn 1. In fact, is there another driver on the lap that is ahead of Okeke? and isn't abandoning it. Let's go back to him then. Sector 1 time hasn't appeared. It's a 32.7 in the first sector. And it comes up to Kamiko Kobayashi corner. Nicely taken. Actually, the exit was a bit off there, but you might lose a 10 for 2 from that, unfortunately for his sake. As Spoon, he takes that corner a bit wide there, wider than most drivers would probably take it. Now it's down to the run up the 130 yard. Will he take a flat out through there? Yeah, it's not even a question. It's an easy corner in these cars. Some other flags on here. It's Wetland again. Okay, keep good second position. That's a car on the wall. Cuts him at the perfect time. It's Root Gold. And set time, so he'll be starting at the back. There's Nicky in the Williams. It's coming through Spoon corner. Surprisingly, not so many times been set by these drivers. Of course, I don't know their driving styles compared to some drivers in other leagues may know. Just by racing them against some more commentating anonymous. Bill goes pole position, 129.2, and then Alex in the Haas goes not much slower than he does. In second position, there's Nicky Pitts, and there goes Panos. Meanwhile, in the other Williams, the Colgate car. Or is it Aquafresh? I think it's Aquafresh, isn't it? Panos doesn't abandon his lap. It looks like he's going to be good. It is good. It's third position, less than a 10 for pole. Is that a Haas there without a wing? Which I was just watching. Oh, that one is going to lose his wing, actually. So, yeah, that one was Alex. As Kyle goes pole position now, 29.1. A lot of drivers opting to set the times on the soft tyres. That is superior on this track. Soft tyre is not as bad as what you say the ultras or the hypers were in the last game. In terms of tyre wear, it can take them quite a while. That is Philip Hogston coming through, and Risky Racer. You know, look at Risky Racer's time here and follow him throughout the lap. The other drivers run many laps. It's 4 times up actually. The last on his time, and there's the Haas. The other Haas has crashed up ahead of him. Of course, you don't have to lift in this game. There's yellow flag in qualifying, so Risky Racer is going to continue on with his lap. As he runs up now into Spoon corner. More challenging corners on the F1 calendar. Nicely taken. Although I just noticed he's not using his URS. I don't know why that is, unless he's saving it for one final run at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna go off board with him, I think. What else is on that? Garner managed to start one. Carl on a lap, was he on a lap? In lap, he's 20 seconds down. Garnerman meanwhile then. He is one of those drivers in contention for pole. Only 2 attempts separate the top 5 so far, so it's a pretty tight qualifying. Top 4 in under a 10th, so or under 2 attempts. Just realised the car's 29.1. I forgot that. Mercedes gets that away from that was Dan's car because Senna's in the pits. Through Kamiko Kobayashi hairpin. Garnerman goes. The second sector split doesn't finish until the end, well, on the entrance to run 30R, so still a bit to go before we know what if he's up or down in or on his time and in that sector. Here he comes. Someone's just gone ahead of him because J. Luke. It's 5 times up his time. That will put him on pole actually at the minute. So we're going to keep on board with him. What can Ghanaman do here? He's going to earn the last corner now. This will be pole position for the Ferrari man. Indeed it is. The first driver to get into the 28s. So Kanu Yanda guy has just rejoined, and that's a Alfa Romeo spinning out through 130R, and someone has to slow down to avoid him. It was Speed. No, it wasn't Speed Center. I thought it was Mercedes. It was. I'm guessing it was Alex, because it seems supposed to drive it to that area right now. I think that was Star that spun it. As long as his tyres didn't overheat, then he should be fine to continue on his lap, and Wetland's going to come across the line here. That was 9th quickest. Speed Center, I know he's one of the quickest drivers in the division, so this could be a good lap coming up here. As the yellow flags are out in sector 2 for slow cars. So yeah, we're gonna go back to Senna as he starts his lap. 3 minutes to go. I don't know how many of these drivers are gonna have a chance to get back to the pit set, but on a new set with softs and mediums, where they're planning to qualify on and go out again. There could be a possibility for rain when it does rain in Suzuka. It's rather treacherous, so you never know. It's yellow flags, and that is a Red Bull in the wall, and it's Wetland again. It resets it to the track. Dan's car's just gone ahead of Okeke into 7th. And scoring ball with Senna meanwhile as he goes with the 2 Degners. Basically a quicker version of the Monza Lesmos. Although I think they were created first, weren't they? Speed Center now for the 2nd sector. It's going to be up on Garnerman's time here, because he has no delta on his laps, so it'll be on the quickest lap. No, it's not actually, it's 12.5 in the 2nd sector. Someone else has gone off. Not who I thought it was. Senna. We go around Danny into the bits of ahead of him. Will this be pole from Senna? And it's not quite his 3rd fastest, but it's still a good lap. Puts him within a chance to nick something come race time. Oh, Alex has just gone quickest by 3 tenths of a second. That's a 128.6, a decent lap time from him. That puts him on pole position for the moment. What can others do in retaliation? Kyle's only a 10th up on his time. That will only give him a 28.9. Might get him on the front row, but not enough for pole. Kyle up to the line. In fact, he gets within 2 thousandths of front row positions, so unlucky enough for him, but that's what it is, I'm afraid. This Risky Race is preparing for that. Nicky's just started one, he hasn't set one yet, so we're going to go with him. Into turn 1 he goes. And now through one of the most challenging parts of the circuit. Yes, section. Clip one part of the curve heavily, then you're in the wall practically, and that's the end of your qualifying session, race, practice session, whatever. But yellow flags up in front of him actually, so keep on board. And they've now cleared. I think his car must have spun out or something. Up here there's a car going slow, that's Kyle. A decent lap from Nicky so far, and that's Wetland going around again, and now he's collected him. Oh, that's a big hit. Wetland picks up the grip penalty. Horrible accident for Nicky there. Awful accident. Anyway, anyone else on a lap? And Senna's now spun it. Am I cursing everyone? Every time I go on board with someone now, everyone's crashing. He spun off. Panos is coming up to line. He's not going to crash it. He's going to go fourth. Some other guys just finished their qualifying because they were in the pit, so that was a big hit for Nicky, though. Unfortunately for him, he'll be starting P17, and Senna's just going to drive it into the wall. And we'll start from P5 for the moment. Jadek's down at this time. The Speedway Racer is actually up on his time. Risky Racer's just gone 7th. Good effort from him. So, Speedway Racer, let's see if he's up in this time. He was in the first sector. Is he in the second sector split still? Yes, he is by a second and a little bit there. That'll put him in contention for a good start in the top 10. Currently down in 14th. And across the line goes Speedway Racer, and it's only 11th. It's close though, so that shouldn't be too disheartening. That Ghana man can get a good final couple of corners out here. Then this will be a contender for pole. He's going to complete his lap despite the little what you call it, fishtail over the bump, and he's stayed second, of course. But he has improved his time by about a 10th there, so still a good effort. And that's qualifying done, I believe. Yep, Panos pit, so that's qualifying. Next up, a race, of course. And I am going to go for a P6, so yeah. I'm back, and with the group penalty down there in 13th, he'll be starting on the last row in 18th, just behind the guy that he crashed into the wall, actually. So I'll be looking out for some tension between them two. They get too close to each other on the track. It's a dry race, not here in Suzuka. We'll check the things going on. Goes wide, not, and rewind out. I will be able. I'll be checking that later. So yeah, we were just waiting for the guys to ready up, and then we'll be getting on with it. So yeah. Don't know what's going on there. So formation lap has started. Also the last one there, slow off the grid. Alex on pole, Garnerman second, Carl third, Panos fourth, Senna fifth, Bill In 6th, Risky Racer 7th, who's already done it in the wall. So that is a good start for him, and his tyres are going to be absolutely shot on the line. So best of wishes to him off the line, because those tyres are not going to help him with his launch. J-Luke 9th, Dansgar, J-Luke 8th, Dansgar 9th, and OKK in 10th. And I will put the tyres on the screen. Thank you for reminding me of that. So yeah, a lot of drivers outside the top 10 opting for a set of medium tyres, so it'll probably mean that it's going to be a dry race throughout. And so this race is looking like it's going to be a good one, almost a full grid, which could mean a lot of chaos. Really seen a lot of it in the qualifying session, so who knows what can happen here in the race. It's the Japanese Grand Prix in ILR, and it's live. That's the first time I've ever done that as commentator, and maybe the last. Also get the telemetry up as well, the time. As you can see, there's an Alfa Romeo going on the grass. His tyres are not going to be as good as other drivers, let's just say that. And he's on off the track again, that's okay. A lot of people getting into the grass and onto the AstroTurf and stuff like that. They're trying to get the tyres lit up so they can warm the tyres a bit more. And so as the drivers line up back on the grid again, and Wetland and Nicky have come together again because they've been disqualified from the formation lap there, sat on the grid. You definitely feel that tension's in the air between those two. As Toro Rosso of Rude Gold has just lined up on the grid, and so that will mean that we're going to get underway anytime now, and that's the worst camera angle Codemasters could have given me. Cheers. Ah, there we go. So, we've got 3 lights, we've got 4 lights, we've got 5 lights, and it is lights out and away we go. The McLaren, and there's someone not going at the back there. The McLaren's got a poor start. People trying to get around him. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. Gardner leads from Alex, and then behind them there's contact and there's chaos. Absolute chaos. Wetlands already round. It seems like... oh, there's a Ferrari off on the gravel. It's Y Racer. Needs to be careful getting that on the track. There's cars coming around there, obviously. Well, absolute calamity at the start of this race for some of these drivers. Garnerman leads coming at the end of the first sector. Then it's Alex and Kyle, then Panos. And Speed Center rounds up your top 5. Risky Racing in 6th place, Dansgar 7th, J-Lick 8th, Bill 9th, and OKK in 10th. And I'm going to get the position change charts up on the screen for you if I can find them. I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to this. And as you can see, the biggest gainer so far is Wood Gold from last place into 15th, and Wetlands gone round again. Biggest loser is Y Racer, we saw in the gravel, and I believe he's got wing damage as well, so it's been an awful start for him. Garnerman is commanding himself out there. 7/10 just now the gap. So Alex has not managed to get those tyres to where he wanted to, really. Now he's under pressure from Kyle. Let's go over the bump, which has caught many drivers out in real life. Most notably, Kevin Magnussen and Robert Kubica hit that bump and both crashed their cars in the qualifying this year. And there is more cars off the track, as I believe an Alpha is also involved. Y Racer decided to stay despite his damage. Yeah, so as gaps start to spread out, we'll look at the position change charts again in a sec, because a lot does change in a couple of corners at the start of a race. As we're watching that battle for second place, or third place now, it seems Alex has decided to pull out the gap. And we've got more action in the background. Risky Race has just been passed by Dansgar. Star is dropping positions. Well, that's just a bit delayed from the timings. Cheers to that. Cody's and Risky Racer currently in 7th position. I don't want to point that out, but I do. Oh, there's a car on the wall. That's Star. And And will that be our first retirement of the day? He gets it out of there. Back to the lead battle. Or, well, retiring from the session could have been a good idea first, considering that, you know, your car wouldn't get in the way of others, but okay. More yellow flags, and am I really surprised who it is? Hate to say it, no offense, but he hasn't given me a good impression so far. As Bill has gone past Dan's car, DRS has now been enabled. Dan's car took a... I mean, broke massively there coming into the little kink at turn 1. And Stars rejoined. What is going on there? That man. Some drivers did decide to pit at the end of lap 2, so position change charts now suggest that Rugold is still the biggest gainer, but now Star is the biggest loser with 6 positions lost. For a sec there, Phil actually gained 4 positions, but okay, he got him back, so now he's only gained 3. Like many other drivers, and there's a car nearly getting into the wall. There was Dan's car. As yeah, you must have clipped the curb, got on the grass or something. Something nearly spun him out there. Looks like we got a lead battle developing here. Alex versus Garnerman. Garnerman running wide at some of these corners here to try and get a better run off the exit. And Nicky's making moves. Of course, started down in P15, I believe, or P16 rather, because of a crash in qualifying. Speed Racer picks up the first penalty of the day, in which I've seen, so that's unfortunate for him. And Wetland's gone off again. He cannot keep the car on the track. J-Luke is now losing positions. Philip Hodgson has got past him. Yellow flags again. I wonder who that is. It's not who you think it is. It's actually Kanayanda, who's actually got off at the hairpin. Look at this freeway battle here for 7 positions. Also one up behind between a couple of Hasses and Williams and J-Luke. Oh, Rando's gone off the track. Bill. Did he reset his car to the track there? Because from what I saw, that car was really slow for the... Panos in the back car. Will he go for the community? Could be actually move the dive bomb into the hairpin. Not quite. The car's off again. It's not Kanayanda again, but because he already had that wind damage from before. Excuse me. See this ready, guys. A couple of minutes down already, so that is not good for them. And Kanayanda becomes our first retirement of the race. I'm going to sign up for it then when the sign-up's open. I don't know when they do. Of course, I'm a standing commentator, so... yeah, this is my first race here myself, actually, so... Oh, there's been a big crash! Oh, there's a massive accident! A massive accident! At 130R! Car nearly got upside down there. There was a Renault Bill. And, yep. Same old Codemasters. That's not going to be a safety car, and there's that yellow flag and overtaking the yellow flag zone. Cut to the inside from something happened to him there. I don't know what happened. He just slowed down randomly. Anyway, back to the front. Of course, that is not going to deploy a safety car. It's Codemasters. What you'll expect. Garnerman took an interesting life with it. He actually nearly lost the car. The front end was going. You can see it. So far from what I've seen, there's been some big accidents in the qualifying session and in the races. Risky Racer manages to pick his way past Speed Senna and up into P5. Yes, we've got 4 retirements in the space of 5 laps. All 4 of them coming on the same lap in 2 separate incidents. Of course, I wouldn't say interesting. I wouldn't say I regularly tune into this division. Well, I've seen, I know some of the drivers who are quick and some of the drivers who are, let's say, a little bit off the pace of the leaders. As Nicky's made his way past Philip, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It's wetland again. And looks like there's that panel's making the move on Alex, or actually making the move on Ghana Man. MK Baldwin picks up the free second time penalty. I think that's the first time I've mentioned him so far this race. I had a feeling he's going to go for the Eddie Irvine manoeuvre up into that corner there from Michael Schumacher and Mika Hakkinen in their panels. Kyle is still with them as well, so it could be anyone's race. I think Risky Racer is closing. It's got really good race pace so far, Risky Racer. Speedway Racer's just got past MK4 for 13th. As we are watching now, Kyle trying to get Panos and ahead of him, force the lead battle. So 6 laps gone already of this race. It's been an exciting one so far, and in fact there could have been a move for a lead there. A lead overtake could be coming. Alex is going to save his DRS as he knows. He's going to use it. It's a bit too far back, I'd say, on Ghana Man, but you never know. Slipstream is quite strong in this game. He's closing, he's closing. And in the end, can't make anything of it. Oh, there's a move. Panos and Kyle going side by side into turn 2. Oh, and that's Red Bull spinning off. And needs to be careful because leaders are not far from where he is right now, actually. In fact, they're coming around here now, and he's ghosted, so they're safe. As Alex is on the back of Ghana, so he will get that move, I believe. He will get it. And that Red Bull has lost it again. And goes Ghosted, so the other cars get through him without any trouble. Kurt Pogson picks up a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, we're watching the battle for the lead again. There's no DRS in it straight. It would be pretty dangerous if it did because of 130R. Alex got the better run out there, and he's going to go to the outside. Ghana Man goes defensive. Oh, he does the Max Verstappen style tactic there to try and force you out on onto the grey. I guess you could say where the car is more vulnerable to spinning out. Ryan Berry, one of those drivers, got caught in that big accident at 130R earlier on, has left the session. Oh, move. Nicky going down the inside of J-Luke at turn 1. J-Luke's actually running with damage, that's why he's been losing positions, I think. In fact, I think he might have got involved in that big crash earlier on, so that's why Wetland is round again. Needs to be easy on those curves. We did not get a safety car for that big pile-up, I'll never know. Mainly because it's Codemasters, but yeah, we still expect it even in that situation. As Rude Gould is now spun off and hit the wall. Like he did in qualifying, just with, oh, that's a bit of a dirty move, not gonna lie. Panos has every right to be furious at that one. Ghana Man should completely force him onto the grass, and that could have been a big accident. And here he comes again. Ghana Man, well, Panos is not going to be having any bit of his defensive manoeuvres, is he? Oh, he's hit the back of him. Ghana Man's gone straight on a 130R. What even is this? Panos has lost his head. He's losing the car everywhere. Ghana Man heads for the pits. Now here comes Kyle for what will be provisionally P2. And there's actually Risky Racers behind them. They're going to try and make it free wide into there. Risky Maker's going to make the move on Panos. That's a good move from him. These guys also catching as well, but Risky Racers up into the podium positions now. Before nearly bottling it. Alright, so that's Jayla coming out the pits. Speed Center also got into the pits. He's stuck a set of hards on to this guy as well, Rude Gold, who lost a bit of his wing. And hang on a second. So Haas running without a wing, I believe. Oh no, he's got a wing, but not much left of it, I believe. Yeah, it looked like a big accident, didn't it? Yes, he is running with wing damage. That's a red wing. I'm surprised he didn't pit. Arguably should have. As Panos now in the back of Risky Racer for P3. In front of him they got Kyle. I don't know how many times I got to remind people of that myself, to be honest, because yeah, I like reminding people of things like that. I don't know why. Risky Racer dives into the pits. And so there's Panos following. Kyle will take the lead. He's stretched those softs over 9 laps now. KK has done the same. Who else will do the same? Left. Right. Left again. Sorry, Walker. Ghana Man he's jumped Risky Racer, so that's good for his sake. He has also jumped Palos as well, but Alex has jumped him, so big loss there from Ghana Man. Oh, yellow flag, and that's Ghana Man. That's Ghana Man. Just as we just cut off him there, he spun at Dunlop. He's ghosted, so people shouldn't be worried about hitting him through there, really. Philip Hogston now. Is Jada going to try for the move? And you know, there's a slow Ferrari as well up ahead. I don't know why Philip Hogston has decided to stay out so long and that much damage, having that much damage on his wing. This isn't really a stock car race. You can't really continue on too long with how much damage you have. But in those type of races you can, because you bang those cars, they still remain. Oh, car sped into the pit lane. Okay, just gets the car slowed down. Some interesting pit entries there. Nicky's actually, he's started 16th, he's now up into 2nd position. Knew he had the pace, but he got involved in other people's mess in qualifying, and that is why he started so low. Panos jumped okay. They're going to be side by side actually coming through there. Oh, there's a car! Absolutely caked that wall there. That was Ghana Man. He is out of the race. Killed the pit entry. And Ghana Man is out, but that would be a safety. Well, in real life that would be a safety car because that's blocking the pit entry, but guess what? It's Codemasters Sapphire 2019. The safety car is non-existent at some tracks. This being one of them. Although I have commentated over a safety car here, but you know, they are rare. Get a nice helicopter shot through Spoon Curve. Well, the exit of it. Mickey on the back speed dance car for the lead of this race is going to do Fernando Alonso. He's going to do it 130R. Brilliant move. Has he just kept that one in there? Yes, he has. And anyway, that was actually Y Racer. Oh, and that's the Toro Rosso spinning off of Rude Gold. Is there any car coming through there? Oh, still clears another yellow flag now. Who's gone off? Oh, he spun it again, like he did in qualifying. How does he keep that at the ball until the last second that we back-ended it in there? How's he kept that one out the wall. That was an insane drift. Okay, now this is Speed Senna. And Senna just had to force him wide. There's more yellow flags, and that's Wetland now off. And that is for Wetland, actually. So now got green flags, and there's more yellow flags. What is going on in this race? It's Speed Senna now who's lost his wing. This is, quite frankly, incredible. Everyone is dying. It's quite insane, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen such action in my life. The cars crashing out and spinning out at certain corners, and that's nearly another one going there as well. Kyle took a light curve through Spoon Corner. Right, who's next? There's no battles at the minute. Everyone's within over a second of each other, so... Yeah, the closest one right now is Risky Racer versus Kyle. And even Risky Racer hasn't even got DRS on him, so... What can I do at the moment? What can I do when I wait for these guys to close in on each other? In fact, there is someone finally within DRS range of someone. It's Jay Lucas Speed Center, and that's because Speed Center has no way and he's gonna pit. Unbelievable. It's the fact that everyone was losing it on cold tires, and that is why I believe everyone was spinning off all of a sudden. Heck, there's even drivers driving out there with like fits of wing that haven't been repaired or anything like that. Hodgson has finally got his wing repaired. Took him a while to get that red wing off. So we're halfway through this race now. We've lost 5 drivers. Got 14 remaining. Anything is possible in this race, and we're gone, man. It's Suzuki, you can just drop this anyway. Risky Racer is closest battle, him and Kyle, like I have mentioned. Panos is not far off these two either. 2 seconds is not a lot. But penalties can change a lot. In fact, it's getting cloudier in this race, and Rugo has spun again and lost his wing again. They're running out of wings at Toro Rosso. In fact, he's the only one in the race. So yeah, he has got all the wings himself, and his car's not really ghosting as much. You see, if Codemasters did not add the AI ghosting thing into the game, then Speed Dance car would have been completely wiped out there. First sector's taking a lot of drivers out of the equation in this race, and all of a sudden it's got a lot darker. A lot darker. And Root Gold is out. Where is that to? It was that. Oh, down with Risky Racer actually new spun it. That's what I'm guessing. Or was it the place where he crashed at qualifying? That's what I'm thinking. Is where he bottled it. The Alphax is still out there. They've gone away now. As you can see there, wetlands on board. It's only showing itself as a dark track in some parts. And there's more yellow flags. Who is this? This time it is Jay Luke in the McLaren. Gone off at the spoon. There's 12 laps to go. Everyone and their mother has spun. We've got 6 retirees in this race. One's a minute down. Not a retiree, one of the drivers, of course. It's an insane race. We didn't even need wet weather for it to be insane. Or a safety car. And there's Panos off the track now. This is incredible. You see what I mean by everyone in another just spinning it out. Speed Center's just gone and set the fastest lap of the race. I don't know if they have any fastest lap points in this division, or in this league rather. Some credibility, I guess, for him. Looks like to me Wetler's just trying to get that car back to the finish in one piece. Look how dark it is, just Spoon compared to the rest of the track. It's dark. It's getting darker. What is the closest one on the track right now? Closest battle, MK Bourne's is Speed Racer. MK Bourne's 12 lap all hards. With the case driving, that he's probably the slowest driver out there right now. And if I was Nicky right now, I'd be pitting. I'd be pitting right about now. Set softs. Yeah, you hear me right, softs. If you can do some tyre conserving, that could really pay off for you. Gap is around about 16 seconds. Yeah, 16.1. It'd be a good idea now to pit. Put a set of softs on, you come out, you'd be able to attack Alex. He's got to get his mediums to the end. Yeah, this is the only battle for now. Guess we're just gonna have to live with it. Lap 16 out of 27 here. In ILR7 we got another yellow flag, and it's gone right away. Someone must have just explored off the track a bit, maybe. In fact, was it Dan's car? The old wing prepare for him, or you see what I mean? That's an incredible race run. As you can see, Dan's car's got my idea. He has gone on to a set of softs. That's what Nicky needs to do. Even though that gap is actually extending to him and Alex, I will pit right now, knowing that you're quicker than him on warm tyres. If you pit now for a set of softs, you're going to be way quicker than him. You're going to have loads of time to catch him. We have got yellows in both Sector 1 and Sector 2. And that's because Wetland has spun it right on the split. Oh god, there's a car coming around there. And that was Alex, actually, that was Alex. And he had to go to the inside to avoid him. And in doing so, has lost about, I'd say, half a second. More yellow flags. In fact, I'm going to go on board with Philip Boxon here. Look how dark it is now on the front straightaway. That was so American. I'm sorry. Gap now 18 seconds. Nicky, the smart decision right now would be to pit for him. I can't stress that enough. There it is. Got a spinner, it's Y Racer. Would be really good for Nicky right now if that caused a safety car. You never know. The logic of this game, I've seen spins cause safety car over massive pileups. It isn't, okay. But Nicky here, he's obviously going to come out. In fact, he might have a chance of, not really jumping him, but he's only going to be about 1 or 2 seconds behind him. He needs to be careful for Kyle though, because he's going to be side by side with him. Actually, Kyle's jumped him, so as long as he doesn't spend too much of his time and too much of his time away getting past Kyle, then he can go and catch Alex, as he's only 3 seconds up the road from where Nicky is. It doesn't quite match me seeing or commentating over a driver that has completely lapped the entire field at Monaco once, but this is one certainly up there. He started P16 and it's currently P3. Got Wommer in the chat. Evening, Jamie. Where's HMFC? I actually don't know right now. Is Millwall on tonight? I mean, he doesn't even know I'm doing ILR, so, yeah. It is what it is. Here comes Nicky. Carl is going defensive. Although Carl has just completely messed up that corner. Now here comes Nicky. He's going to barge him out there. Wasting a chance of seeing Watson from Bristol Hotel leading to go out. Come on, guys. Yep, it's an incredible battle. It's going to go to 130R. Nicky had to cut in there. And as they come around the last couple of corners, Nicky needs to get a move on here, Carl, because that gap between him and Alex is definitely increasing, and Wetland has just been given a penalty for ignoring blue flags. That's quite embarrassing. Dan's car's just set the fastest lap of the race, and he's on the front straight there compared with these guys as well, so who knows? Maybe Dan's car, if he gets enough pace out of those guys, he can win the race. But now Nicky has got clean air in front of him. He's got all the time and space ahead in front of him to go and catch Alex. And you can definitely see that he is pushing that Williams to the limit already to try and catch him. He's caught half a second in a sector, so yeah, and he's have a second on his quickest time. Gap now down to 2.1. 2 seconds. At this rate, you'll be catching him next lap. It's definitely possible. .7. It's coming down drastically here. What a second and 3/10 within a couple, well, in 2 sectors. A second and 4. He's coming. He's coming. Catch him in the shot now. He's almost got DRS. He's caught so much. Has he got DRS? Can't quite see because the camera angle's not the best, and we got Wetland around again. The last thing I want that to cause right now is a safety car, because these guys got a battle going. My goodness, he's just he's too quick at the moment compared to Alex. He's way quicker. I bet you wouldn't even need DRS for his overtake. He's so quick compared to him. Although, judging from what we saw with him and Carl, he actually struggled rather to get past Carl because of how tight, how narrow the circuit is. It's not really meant for these white cars. It doesn't provide many overtaking opportunities, but he did manage to get past him on that lap that he needed to. Here he comes. He's going to try the Sebastian Vettel manoeuvre to the inside at Spoon. It's a little bit more ahead than Sebastian Vettel was, and forces Alex into the green, into the AstroTurf. It's fair racing, and he gets the lead of the race and has already pulled it half a second. Well, there's literally going to take some of that back. A couple of cars up ahead of him, I think, because well, some cars can be a lap down. That was Y Racer. See, Nicky is just too quick for Alex right now. Alex should take the P2 from you. Just a reminder, guys, as we look at the position changes here. Look at Nicky. Look at Nicky. It's like P16. P16. That's almost Kimi Raikkonen levels, and he's gonna win the race here unless something happens. That's Kimi Raikkonen levels, Rubens Barrichello levels, Lewis Hamilton last year at Germany levels. Oh, incredibleness of a man's drive. It's now out at the DRS range of Nicky is Alex, and yeah. And look down the field here, we've got some battles starting. But Nickel Blocks in the chat. Of course, he is. I think he's commentating ILR1 tonight. Because that's later on we get yellow flags. It's not wetland. It's Y Racer. Nicky normally wins, but still, it's a good drive. It's a good drive. Even if you're the quickest driver, you don't really expect to win the race if you're starting down at P16 usually. So, you've got to give it to him. So, yeah, as I said, this battle's coming closer and closer together. Dan's car, Risky Racer, and Kyle, all within less than a second of each other. DRS is going to play a big key here. Looks like they have to navigate the lap car as well with Y Racer. He gets out of the way of them, all three of them. Yellow flag, and I think that is actually the Y Racer, just letting those cars go through. Yes, it is. So, yeah, back to this one. Dan's car is the quickest driver, or the quicker driver between these three, because of the tyre he is on. And ERS not tuned up to a 4 or a 5, it's staying at 201. Just conserving his ERS so he can pick up the move at the right moment. As you see, he's quicker than him on a straight anyway, so. And Dan's car has actually picked up a penalty, so if he wants to get that podium, that's going to be a struggle to get right now. But it's become dark. It's become really dark here at Singapore. Japan. Why did I think this is Singapore? Does it look like it's nighttime? My goodness, Wetlands picked up another penalty. This time a 5-second penalty, so he must have cut a lot of that last chicane there. Got 5 laps to go. This is anybody's podium. It might be Nicky's win, but it's anyone's podium right now. Except maybe Dan's car, unless he gets some overtakes done here. Of course, he did pick up that penalty in the last lap, which has hindered his progress somewhat. Of course, there's no DRS down that back straight, which goes over the Degners, and then into 130 yards. There's no DRS down there, so it's just the use of the ERS. And Speed Center has retired, and it's called a virtual safety car. Actually, this pack could actually be bunched up depending on when this virtual safety car actually comes in. In fact, I'm going to check where that happened, and oh, there he is, off to the right there, just before Dunlop. This could allow him to bunch together, and depending on when this virtual safety car comes in, it could depend on who gets the better restart here. In fact, it looks like Risky Racer's already preparing the move, so because he needs to save some fuel as well, because he got that yellow fuel marker at the bottom, which means that he's actually he's under fueling the car at the minute. He's not going to make it if he continues like this. Speed Center has left the session. How chaotic would it be now if we got a safety car with 4 laps to go and it comes in the last lap for a last lap shootout like it did in Brazil, near enough like it was in Brazil. And that, there it is, it's gone. Kyle actually managed to get away from Risky Racer at the depth of the safety car there, so the gaps are back to what they were before. Of course, unlike with the normal safety car, if virtual safety car is out on the track, then it comes in and then DRS gets enabled straight away, unlike when it's a safety car, it's 2 laps into it. More yellow flags just as the virtual safety car goes in. It's Y Racer, he's spun it off. Yeah, sections and yellow flags went in for a moment there. Back to this battle. He's really conserving his ERS here, Dan's car. He's really going to try and prepare these moves the best he can. Well, that's actually very late on the brakes there. Could have ran into the back of Risky Racer. Lap 25 for these guys now. The toe's trying to be broken here between them all. Kyle leading the train. It's been a good race here at Suzuka. Rather enjoyed it. Maybe some late drama to come. 3 laps to go. Of course, I'd say it's longer in the comm box than it is down when you're racing out there on the track. Seems like forever ago that we saw that big pile up at 130R, which took out Bill and Ryan Berry. Since we saw Garner Man completely annihilate the pit entry wall and block the pit entry, which should have been a safety car, or both instances should have been a safety car. But as you can see, these drivers are going to come and battle it out here for P3. Of course, I'm not going to check penalties. I'm not one of those commentators that spoil it for everyone when they check the penalties and they know who's going to win. No worries, I'm not like that. So you don't have to worry. MK Bourne's still not pitted. He pitted, well, he's on 22 lap old hards, which means he pitted on lap 4, and that's wetland off. So he has pitted. But it was a rain forecast. Oh my goodness, his speed Tanscar going to try and separate them here. He's going to try and split them. And it didn't work, and wetlands spun off again. But that didn't work, and he's actually going to have to sit behind Kyle for a bit longer. Wetland has spun across. He's stop saying that's wetland. It's kind of not right to assume it's wetland all the time. It's rather a silly move. There was rain forecast at the end, so that, in fact, speaking about rain, it's actually just started. So, unfortunately for MK Bourne, it seems like he was hoping for that rain. It's not coming time, but will it get wet enough on the last lap? Will we see some of these drivers make mistakes? Okay, P6 picks up penalty. He's 14 seconds off. It doesn't matter. Yellow flags. Sector 2. If he was wetland, he's got wing damage. He didn't before. It seems like it's becoming slippery a lot quicker. Now here comes Dan Sky. He's got the better run towards Kyle. Kyle, the defensive maestro that he is, he's going to try and block him off. We've got a helicopter camera coming through 130R. This is going to be good. Because 130R is actually quite high up on the track, so you won't be able to see as much. That's where he was on the track like Bahrain. Got yellow flag, sector 1. That was no one. Okay. Back to the battle for 3rd place. I guess you could say Kyle's going to go defensive again. Last lap, all or nothing. Here comes Dan's car. Wetland's already stuck a set of inters on. No point, really. There's a lap to go. Even for him as well, because he's a lap down. Yellow flags. That was Panos, was it? No, that in sector 2. Oh, Risky Racer's struggling a bit. Risky Racer's definitely struggling. What is Nicky doing? Is he struggling? He's keeping that car afloat. Keeping it on the circuit. More yellow flags. Y Racer's gone. DRS has been disabled within a lap of it starting rating. DRS has been disabled on the last lap of the race. We can see absolute chaos here. Oh, there's one. That's Alex off the track. He's in 2nd position. He's off the track. And they're just limping it round now. They're just limping it round. This is absolutely incredible. Kyle's going to retake P4, is he? He nearly crashes out the Mercedes. And he is going to go down the inside Kamui Kobayashi corner. This is absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness, they're sliding off everywhere. Oh no. This reminds me of Nürburgring 2000, the European Grand Prix from 2007 where everyone just started on dry tyres, got wet within a lap, and everyone just slid off the circuit in one corner. And this is what reminds me of here. Everyone has died. But we're going to go back to this battle in a sec, because Nicky, as Lois, is going to take this last corner. Gap now 15 seconds between him and Alex. But Nicky, from P16 on the grid, is going to win the weird, wacky the Japanese Grand Prix has been won by Nicky here in ILR7, and that speed dance guy, he's gone onto the grass. That podium is gone for him. Or has it? Because Risky Racer's gone off the track. Alex is going to pick up P2 here. But penalties could say a lot. Risky Racer does not pick it up. How about Kyle? Kyle had a... Oh yeah, he had the stop-go penalty. He didn't serve it. Dan's car picks up 5th. So oh my goodness, that Red Bull's gone way off. That was Wetland. Expecting being on the right tyre there. And Philip Hodgson, he's going to pick up points. And arguably, he's going to be the only one that's actually going to keep it on the circuit in these wet conditions. So I've seen everyone else other than Nicky lose it. And Panos had a full-on brake for 130 yards just to get his car through there. Everyone's just limping it back in the line, just making sure their car is home in one piece. Panos comes home in P7. Just about. Jado comes home in P8, and MK Bourne has slid off the track. Not the way he wanted to end his race. He's going to come home in P9. Philip Hodgson actually managed to carve 7 seconds out, well, 8 seconds out of him on that last lap there. Y-Race is still out there on a set of softs. But that was just incredible to see how wet the track got so quickly. I mean, like, it started raining on lap 26, by lap 27 it was almost, well, it was intermediate conditions, it was a completely wet track. Y-Race has just kept that car together. Philip Hodgson is going to come home and get that last point, and that's, well, he's a lap down, isn't he, Y-Race to Hodgson. Hodgson picks up P10. Y-Racer is going to pick up P11. And slides across the line and into the wall. So that's been the Japanese Grand Prix. It was a weird one. Very wacky one. And overall a great one. A lot of big accidents in it, a lot of spins, a lot of chaos. In the end, it was the guy that started P16 on the grid after being taken out in a big accident of his own in qualifying, who's won the race here. As the champagne gets sprayed and Dimitri Payet wins the race. And that has been your Japanese Grand Prix. The only 2 drivers in the end to not get penalties were actually the top 2, so yeah, credit to them. Kept the car on the track when they needed to. There's a lot of contrasting nations here on this grid. Just realised there's Ghanaian, North Korean, Brazilian, Swedish, Greek, Polish, Estonian, Romanian. It's amazing. There's a lot of culture on this grid. But that has been your Japanese Grand Prix, and Nicky has won it. Alex second, Risky Racer third, Kyle fourth, Speed Dance car fifth, OKK sixth, Panos seventh, and that's a voice crack again. Not as big as one earlier, but still a good one. J Luke eighth, MK Bourne ninth, and Philip Hodgson in 10th, rounding off the points. I believe Senna actually got the fastest lap in the end. Oh no, Nicky got it. That's right, because he's went on the set of softs, didn't he? Yep, that's been it for ILR7 here around Japan. I'm guessing, by the way that they do things here in ILR, they do the full calendar. So Mexico, I believe, will be next week. I might not be here. Don't think I will be here, actually. Yeah, it's been that's been it from me. And I guess you could tune in next week to see whoever's doing the race then.